My earliest memories. Well, I'm Kenny Sprague, and as Morris knows, I'm a real live Grand Laker, and I'm damn proud of it. And there's a lot of people say they're Grand Lakers, but I let them know right away that they're wannabes. So I love Grand Lake, and I remember growing up here, there were so many of us kids. I mean, we were everywhere, and we played baseball and basketball, and we lived up to the dam and learned to swim off the wharf up there. And we leave our homes in the morning, and we didn't get back till supper time. I don't know if we drowned or not. Nobody would know it. And Holly Fitch had a little store up there. He'd sell candy bars and things, and his wife's name was Helena. And all us kids would wallow over there with our wet bathing suits on. We learned to swim. We lived up there, and it was just great. And Grand Lake had good people, and the old timers were even better. Leslie Brown and my father and my grandfather, they were the old timers then, not me. And they treated us well, and we had a lot of fun, and it was just a great town. We just loved it. You couldn't go wrong. There was no such a thing as people robbing people or fighting or things going wrong. It was just one happy family. And it always has been for me, you know?
Now, I know that you stayed in Grand Lake. You didn't have to, so you made that conscious decision to stay here. What is so special about Grand Lake that made you want to stay as an adult and live your life here?
Well, the thing is with Grand Lake, Morris knows, once you got out of school, we were all poor kids. The whole town was poor, but nobody knew it because we all paddled the same canoe. We didn't know we were poor. And we had clothes and food and everything like that. But once we got out of high school, and at least in my home, there was no such thing as further education. And my father always kept at me, why don't you try to be a state police? You got to join the service or something. So in order to survive, most of us joined the military. And but after I was in the military for a few years and a couple of years in Vietnam, I decided that wasn't for me. So I came back to the States, and I always dreamed of coming back to Grand Lake. And I'd always tell my grandfather, Pat Sprague, I'll be back someday. And he'd say to me, yeah, and I've heard the birdies sing. What he meant by that, I never figured out. He didn't think I would come back. But after a few years, I was living in Massachusetts. Now, I was doing really well. And I just got it in my head I wanted to move back home. I couldn't stand it any longer. So I've been home for about 40 years now, and I won't leave unless they take me in a casket. So I just love it here. It's the natural beauty of the town. Most of the people are friendly, and when we were growing up, they all were. You know, we had the lakes and the stream, and I was just like Johnny Brown, Morris's father. I was a vicious trout fisherman, and I could always go get a bunch of trout. I loved that, and I hunted. Me and my father were the biggest criminals in town. And loved hunting, and it was just my world, and it still is. I have no intentions of going anywhere, so I just love Grand Lake. To have a good